Happy Saturday. So, to no one's surprise, the Raptors' Nick Nurse wins Coach of the Year. Really not surprising. He took the Raptors to the second best record in the East. When everyone and their mother, every basketball analyst was saying, without Kawhi, they're not going to be a playoff team. They're not going to be a playoff team. They won't make it. They have a better record than they do the year before. They were a playoff team before Kawhi left. They were good the year before. Kawhi and Danny Green left. They're still a playoff team. They're second in the East. The only other coach that you could have given it to, in my opinion, was Billy Donovan in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City lost two of their best players in Paul George and Russell Westbrook. Now I understand they added Chris Paul and they added Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and they added a bunch. But still, no one had OKC in the playoffs this year. Much like Toronto, everyone was saying they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. Do I think Nick Nurse deserves Coach of the Year? Yeah, I think he should have won it last year when he won a championship, and his record was still good. Before Kawhi came in, your star player was DeMar DeRozan, and there was a huge bunch of questions with Kawhi when he came in. What if he's off injured? How much does he play? But for them to be just as good as they were last year for a record, if not better, Nick Nurse deserves it. He's also the coach of Canada basketball here, coach of the men's national senior team. Great coach. So look at their record here. So I know their record was, I think, better than it was the year before, or just the same. Of course, with the pandemic shortened season. Yeah, their record, they won one less game than last year. One less. They're first in the Atlantic. They won 58 games instead of 59. I'm looking at the wrong numbers. I apologize. They won 58 games last year. This year they won 53 out of 72 instead of 58 out of 82. They probably would have won just as many awards last year. Not even going to lie, this is the second time they've won Coach of the Year. They won the Coach of the Year before, where they lost to the Cavs, as always. Before they lost to the Cavs and swept by the Cavs, it was Dwayne Casey. The only other coach of the year that's ever won in Raptors land was Sam Mitchell. So he makes the third coach to win. It was Nick Nurse, Dwayne Casey the year before Kawhi, and Sam Mitchell when they were first in the Atlantic and third overall. They were bad the year before. The year before Sam Mitchell won it, they were fourth in the Atlantic and 12th. I remember those seasons. They had Chris Bosh those seasons. From a Raptors standpoint, the only other person you could say would be Billy Donovan. I'm really not surprised Nick Nurse won it. I thought if the Raptors had made the playoffs this year, he would have won. He's done amazing things for the team. He's arguably the best coach they ever had. You could say the same about Dwayne Casey. You could potentially say the turnaround with Sam Mitchell. You could probably give it to Sam as well. You did really well. Anyway, hit like and subscribe if you're just browsing your way through. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye.